College Football. I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Sooners will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the ground with the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the carry on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Makes the catch. It's Spears. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Wants to go up top on first down. Punts it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Clemson jumps to the line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. They'll immediately call timeout. Clemson set up with another first down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Inside the 25. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Back to throw, it's Wall. Under fire. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes the catch, it's Bettis. Breaks into the open. The ball is down. routine after that grab.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. They'll try the run. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to the well. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be physical. Get off the ball, get downhill fast.
Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down.
I should have played that one. I should have played the tackle.
Over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside, they're going to make plays, obviously.
Oh, come on.
Inside the 35. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets into the 30. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone.
Okay.
Touchdown, Oklahoma. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Extra point here will give them the lead. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout.
Damn, Morg. I didn't know you could do that.
Taking it the other way. He's run out of bounds after the pick. Clock shows 0, and that's how we'll end the first half. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Hand off from the shotgun. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UNLV. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Dances away. He'll get rid of it.
Yeah, switch on to that, Mo. Come on.
He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires downfield.
Give me that shit. Oh.
Finds a man on the right.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Man, I don't want to even hear it more. I should have had a couple interceptions.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. The give out of the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Tight end now in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
That's how we do it, Clemson. Come on, baby.
Touchdown, Clemson! Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. No reason reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Quarterback may change this route. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the middle.
No, it's a,
he got a hand in there.
It's a
knocks
pick.
it away.
Come on, dude.
Incomplete.
And that's the guy you got to try to avoid when throwing the football. He leads the nation in interception. The dude is an absolute ball hawk. You are asking for something bad to happen when you throw his way, and they're lucky he didn't pick that one.
It'll be 3rd and long. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He fires a bullet to the right. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man on the right. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Sooners!
fucking
That
dropped
touchdown run is
interceptions,
just going
man.
to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to take off. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Release to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. To the air on first down. He's got it. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. They want to run this quarterback. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into 4th down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Tigers. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Well, big-time players make big plays in big games, and on that 4th down, final play of the first half, what an unbelievable job making the grab and taking it in for the touchdown. That was huge for the offense, giving them the lead. You just can't do it any better than that.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into
all right,
the
Morgan,
end zone,
let's throw some scaries my way again, all right? You're gonna run the ball inside zone.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own
phone.
adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to
First and
stop
15?
anybody. We got to keep
What are you gonna do now?
scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help some, alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
That's reeled in. It's Walters. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass. Looking to take a shot. He's got it down the right side. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard
wide
line.
open.
And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A+ here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep. He's got it inside the 15.
Really, Morgan? I can't believe you even got that, too.
Threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Really nice play there catching the pass, and I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside at the position, getting on the field and competing is no simple task. It's not easy to do, but this guy has everything you look for. He is built to succeed, not just at the college level. I think this guy's got an opportunity on Sundays, too.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Now improvising. Running to Green. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take. And run. You saw it right there. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Direct snap. Hard running there. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's got him. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the 3rd quarter to create some momentum, help them go crazy, help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big 4th down conversion.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He might want another play. Snags a quick pass on the left. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll test the right side. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Steps away. He turns it loose to the left. He makes a grab. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Motion from the back. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. The Snake scores it.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to
we got that locked
bring your
up.
team back.
Like, I saw you point at each other.
Victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. The offense changing the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going over the top.
Finally.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws to the wideout.
Yeah, shit, bro. Finally.
Set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense.
Hi. Good night.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Catch in the middle. It's Bettis. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple
That's pretty
scores, you're just kind of free. And like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose.
It's like a Dean play right there, or Gabe play.
On the gun, the running back has it.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they
Gabe
wanted.
play, not a
up
Dean play.
front,
Sorry,
they
Gabe
just
play.
could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
And the Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Traore. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
The Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Really nice job to convert that.
I was definitely in position to pick that, though. Like, come on.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Got the tight end outside. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback. Dropping back, not giving up the big play.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got it on the outside. It's Brown. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He wants to throw it. He wants it off.
No, I was right there. I was right there.
Touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go.
It's all my fault.
Great job by this offense getting you back in the ball.
Dummy fourth and inches
we got
ball.
a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. From the gun to give, looking for room. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down.
I don't even know where he's going, dude.
They'll try to get the first through the air. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Hauls it in down the sideline.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up.
I forgot his button for a second.
He's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
The Tigers enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
He gets across the goal line into the end zone for the 2, and he pushes the lead to 11. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I'm gonna go eat me a nice Chick-fil-A salad after this.
We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're gonna...
He wants to take the top off. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40.
Pussy, come on, where are we taking that?
Oh, at the worst possible time.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
If I would have hit full power, I
And
probably
couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After the miss, the lead still at 11. With the